Hello, this is Sean Herring with Engineered Efficiency. This portion of the project is going to transition from Civil 3D to Revit or Revit Structure, where we can perform some structural engineering tasks such as reinforcing or production of structural documentation. A few of the steps that we're going to do here, we're going to transfer that initial bridge from Civil 3D into Revit. We're going to then make some changes to that bridge definition within Revit, and then we're going to move that bridge from Revit back into Civil 3D. So there's a couple key things to remember here. First, we have to have the Civil 3D drawing that we want the model to come from open. So we have to have open the drawing that we want with the bridge in it. Then I'm going to launch Revit. This could be Revit Structure. In this case, it's going to be Revit overall. I'm going to start a new project. I'm going to start a new project from the structural template. So once that structural template is launched, I'm going to move from the Structure tab of the ribbon to the Extensions tab of the ribbon. On this Extensions tab, you'll see an Autodesk Revit extension panel. Within here, we have a few different tools. We have the same similar bridge creation tools that we had in Civil 3D. We have a customization of bridge families. We have a documentation tool. We have an integration with Civil 3D, and we have a roads and terrain option. For this option of moving that Civil 3D model into Revit, I'm going to choose integration with AutoCAD Civil 3D. So I'm going to select that. So it's going to read the drawing that we have open. So you see here we have the export to Revit Structure DWG open. It's going to read that drawing, and it's going to ask us for an action. Import or update from AutoCAD Civil 3D, or export from Revit to Civil 3D. In this case, we're going to import from Civil 3D. Down here, under the scope of integration, what do we want to import? We have our corridor, we have our surface, and we have our bridges. I'm going to choose to import all of them. I'm going to go ahead and select OK here at the bottom right. And it's going to go through the process in a couple different steps. Initially, it's going to import just the road surface. So this is going to launch the roads and terrain definition. Here we can see our road configuration, our horizontal alignment of that road, our vertical profile, cross sections, etc. I'm going to go ahead and just select OK here at the bottom right. So what this is going to do, it's going to create a Revit slab that represents the roadway pavement layer. So I'm going to go ahead and select OK here. Hit OK here. And that's the slab that it's going to first initially create. I'm going to switch this to a 3D view. I'm just going to go to the View tab and just select the default 3D view. Okay. So step one would be to import the information. So as you can see, there's no bridge there. We have one more step prior to getting that bridge. So I'm going to switch back to the Extension tab, Civil Structures. And I'm going to choose the concrete slab with girder bridge option. So this again will read the information from Civil 3D that we just imported. And as you can see here, we have the correct stationing for our bridge, piers, and the correct information for abutments for all our structures and everything that we created in Civil 3D. So I'm not going to make any changes. I'm going to simply go ahead and select OK and let it process all that information. It's going to turn these into Revit families and create families and information for all 80 components of that bridge. So after creating the Revit families, it then goes and processes the family components, which is similar to Civil 3D creating those components for every piece of that bridge. Upon completion, you'll see that bridge import. I'm going to zoom in here, just select OK, zoom in here, and you can see the bridge being imported from Civil 3D into Revit Structure.